Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast. It's Healthy Podcast. So, in today's episode, we're gonna discuss about the subject. But first, I'm gonna play you two videos that I found on internet and are quite interesting, and that I agree 100% with them. So, first one is this.
If you want to be a competitive weightlifter, then you're going to have to practice in order to develop the skills required for competitive weightlifting. But I'll tell you something plain and simple. Doing so will do absolutely nothing for your strength. Not a damn thing. But it will eventually destroy some of your joints. You can count on it. Explosive training is simply criminal. It's stupid as hell. Ignorance we can deal with. Stupidity, well, that's genetic. You can't deal with it. Long before you were born, son, I was dumb enough to listen to some of the assholes out there that call themselves experts. As a consequence of which, I all but destroyed my skeleton before I realized what the hell I was doing to myself. Now, must all of us
Okay, so he is Arthur Jones. Um, I I'm not fully completely agree with it. Like, if you are going to train hard enough, you're gonna see results, like in terms of weights, like lifting, like Anatoly, for example. You're gonna see this kind of results. But he is right about the bone structure. Like, you're gonna fuck up your joints big time. And I saw this. And then I have another clip pulled from Joe Rogan's podcast where there was um, there was a guy from World's Strongest Man, and this is what he said.
A lot of people aren't going to like that I'm saying that. If you're deadlifting to be a better deadlifter, fine. If you're not doing that for deadlift's sake, then don't fucking do it. The risk to reward ratio is a joke. If you go into any NFL gym, in any Division I college football gym, in any athletics where people are actually getting paid and it matters what they're doing, they're not deadlifting. Really? They're hand cleaning and power cleaning. Why is that? Because the risk to reward ratio, like it's so hard to be a great deadlifter and to not risk your low back.
Oh, what do you do?
Okay, so this is the second clip. I have another clip, but I can't find it right now. Where um, is this guy from Great Britain, from UK? That was the Eddie Hall, I think it's his name. He was the world's strongest man, and he lift for the first time, I think, 500 kilograms from the floor. And he said in an interview that he had really, after he lifted that, he had really bad brain injuries and many other injuries. He, for 2 weeks, he couldn't recognize his wife, which is another thing. So that's quite extreme, and is to limit. What I have to say about this is his weight. His maximum weight he lift, okay, was 500 kilograms. But for other people, can be 70 kilograms, can be 80 kilograms, can be 50 kilograms. Depends on the person, but the idea is the same. Okay, so that's the subject for today. Is that one of the biggest lies in fitness is this idea that progress means lifting heavier weight every single time you walk into the gym. That belief alone is responsible for a lot of injuries and more quitters than lack of motivation ever was. And we've been trained to believe that if today's weight is heavier than last week's, we're progressing. If it's the same or worse, lighter, something must be wrong. And I saw that with my own eyes, and you can see it right now at the young boys going to the gyms, and their main focus is on lifting heavier and heavier weights every single time they are stepping into the gym. They are not focusing on technique, They are not focusing on contraction, on stretch, on the recovery side. They don't care about all of this. They are focusing only on lifting weight after weight. The thing is, when you are young, the recovery process is faster and you are lucky enough. But if you are damaging, that's why it's very dangerous. Fitness in essential, it's very dangerous because of this. Because if you don't have a technique, a good technique, and you put a lot of weight and you focus only on increasing weight, you can damage a joint. And when you damage a joint when you are young, you have bigger chances to recover from it or to repair it in some certain ways. But in many cases, because you don't know what happened, you just go along with your life. So you realize when you are into your 30s or 40s, you realize, what the fuck happened? Oh my God, I have a bad back, or I have hernia, or I have this and that, or back pains, or elbows, shoulders, and you don't know where is it from. But when you start looking into your past, and also when you are young and you went to the gym and you try to focus only on weights because someone like gurus are saying that if you want muscle mass, or if you want to grow your muscle mass, you have to focus on weights and increasing weight every single time to see progress, you realize, oh my God, what have I done? And guess what? You can't take it back. You can't. It's just done. It's done. And you can't do anything about it. And the other thing that I saw every single time is that personal trainers, especially when I saw personal trainers pushing their clients, especially women, trying to lift more and more weights, especially on deadlifts, and they have a bad form, bad techniques, and it's just ridiculous when I see personal trainers pushing women in their 30s to add more and more weight like they are going to a competition, when that woman tries to just be healthy, be strong, have more energy, increasing their stamina, being fit and healthy, and that's all. And then they are publishing, posting that video to show off to the wall, like, look how much I lift, and next time I try to do this and this weight and this weight, and then they stop. Suddenly they will stop because of an injury. Obviously, because of an injury, personal trainer, they say, oh yeah, well, it's not my fault, it's your fault. But and then they stop going to the gym, and they have to go to the hospital. If they go to the hospital and they realize they have hernia, or a start of a hernia, or something else, and then they stop going to the gym, and guess what, after 10-20 years they are not stepping any foot in the gyms because of that bad experience. So that's the ridiculous part of this idea, that if we don't increase the weight, that means we are not progressing, which is ridiculous. So, as a thought experiment for you, imagine that every single gym in the world will have a maximum of 50 kilograms for every single exercise. Every single machine, every single exercise that you're doing, they have a 50 kilograms maximum weight. Okay. So, what you gonna do? Let's say you will reach that 50 kilograms for every single exercise. What you gonna do? You're gonna stop? You're gonna go home? What you gonna do? Because progress is not related to that number from the dumbbell of barbell or barbell. It's not about that. It's about contraction, which means intensity. It's about stretch, and it's about recovery. You have these three pillars okay, that are the most important thing. So for example, if I'm going to the gym right now and I create so much intensity just with 50 kilograms, I can increase the number of repetitions, for example, or I can increase the number of repetitions, and also I can hold in a neutral position that barbell or dumbbell. So that means will increase more the intensity inside of the muscle. If I will apply a very good stretch, okay, every single time that I perform a repetition, okay, will help me a lot. And also the recovery thing. Lots of people right now, there is this rush where you have to go to the gym every single day. No, you don't. No, you don't. If you apply these three pillars, okay, and you go to the gym even for half an hour, 45 minutes, and you apply a very high intensity uh, and a very, very good contraction and stretch, which helps increasing the intensity, okay, you don't need to go to the gym next day. You need to apply the third pillar, which is recovery, to help the muscle grow, to help all the nutrition and everything else, to give it to your body and let him recover from the stress that you put on inside of the gym. That's the thing. You can do it. Look at the guys that are doing calisthenics. It's quite the same concept. It's nothing ridiculous. It's quite the same concept. And besides that, this is another thing. There are athletes and there are normal people. Most of the 99% of the people from the gyms right now these days, they are not looking for becoming athletes. They are looking for becoming fit, healthy, strong, increasing their energy, stamina, and many other things to be healthy. If you want to be healthy, you don't need to injure yourself. You don't need to create an environment that increase injuries. Exercise is an amazing tool to keep yourself healthy. Use it. Use it to strengthening your body, not to destroy it, because some gurus tell you that progress it's based on the weights and numbers that you put on dumbbells and barbells. That's the main idea. So the long game nobody talks about. Real progress is being able to walk into a gym or move your body consistently for 30 years. Not 30 intense sessions, not a perfect 12-week program, 30 years of showing up. Chasing heavier weight too aggressively shortens careers. Sustainable training extends them. So that's the main idea. It's not about those kind of programs of 3 months programs where they are promising you to lose 20 kilograms in 3 months and stuff like this, and they are pushing you over the limits and you throw up and you nearly get injuries and so on. And I know this from a friend. Like, he didn't walk for ages, and suddenly he goes and walk 20 or 25 kilometers in one day, and after 2 weeks he started crying about knee injury. Like, his knee is hurting and stuff like this. Obviously, this kind of example is the perfect example. Like, this is what happens with many people in those 3 months programs, where they're pushing all over the limits. They prioritize increasing weight for progress and all of that BS. this is what happened. Is the perfect environment to increase the chances to get an injury. It's very, very, very simple. Okay, so look, progress can look like this. Better control with the same weight. So if you go to the gym and you start, for example, you haven't worked out in a while or for a long time, you can go over there and pick the weight. Usually, what I recommend at my clients, for the first 2 months, you don't use free weights. No, you go and use only machines. Machines are designed to reduce the injury risks. Even if you go, for example, if you have a surgery, a knee surgery or a bone surgery, and you need a recovery and you go to a therapist, they they are using machines or bands, elastic bands, but also you'll find machines over there that can help you slowly and progressively increase the weight and in a controlled manner, and so on, so on. So that's why what I recommend to my clients, first 2 months, go over there and use only the machines because are much safer. The position, the way you hold your back, your arms, legs, and so on. Use a weight that it's very comfortable. You can do around 20 to 25 reps, okay? And you control that weight, okay? You make sure you slowly push it up, pull it down, whatever you need to do over there. So all three, the two, the positive and the neutral, the negative motion, okay? So for example, if you are doing bench press, okay? When you push the weight up, okay, you do it in a controlled manner. When you let it down slowly. You focus on the negative, okay, slowly. The same thing when you push it up. And you do that with a way that can allow you to do 20-25 reps. In this way, you'll be safe. I know for sure you'll be safe, you'll have soreness, you will get your muscles work and everything except except getting injuries. Will protect you for not getting any injury. Okay. More consistency across weeks. You don't have to be daily at the gym when you start working out. You can go for 1 to 3 times per week at the beginning, okay? Even after a long period, after 6 months or 8 months or 1 year, I still recommend stick it to one or between 1 and 3 times per week workouts. Okay, you go over there. If you can, just do just one muscle group. For example, I don't know, 2 days ago I've been to the gym, or 3 days ago I've been to the gym, I've done only shoulders, or I've done only traps, for example. Okay, it's not a big deal. It's 30 minutes. I went over there to the gym. I had 2 exercises, 2 sets per exercise, squeeze it as much as possible, high intensity, and went back home. Look, me personally, right now, I'm not benching incline bench press. I'm not doing more than 70 kilograms. In the way I'm doing, I can't push more than 70, maybe 75 kilograms if someone is spotting me. That's all. And I've been doing this for years. Because most of us don't need a shredded body, don't need, I don't know, a ready for competitions, a body ready for competitions. No, it's just we need to be healthy. That's all. So more consistency is very, very important. So after that, when you move to free weights, for example, you have to take care of your posture. You have to take care of your posture when you do certain exercises, and also elbows and shoulders and many other things. But these are the most basic things that I'm thinking when it's about progress. So yeah, weight is just a tool. Consistency is the outcome. If you can still train next year, you're winning, even if the numbers look the same. This is how people stay strong past 40, 50, and beyond. Not by chasing weight, but by respecting the process. And that's true. Like if you can go between 1 and 3 times per week for 20 years, 30 years to the gym, even if you have kids, even if you, I don't know, whatever happens in your life and priorities changes, okay, it doesn't matter if you can keep it like quite serious about this, like 1 to 3 times per week for 20, 30 years, you are winning big time. You will be in 0.00001% of population in the world that are doing something for them. So that's all. See you next time. Bye.